Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And today's theme is royals behaving badly as they are wont to do. And the royal that is behaving badly allegedly that we're looking at in this reading is King Charles. And I have the Apprentice Tarot on the tarot table for this reading. Now, apparently he's been behaving a bit erratically out in public, sort of snapping and snarling, saying some odd things. I haven't been following his public appearances particularly closely, so I'm going on hearsay basically when I say this, but apparently enough to raise eyebrows and to cause some concern. And then of course out came the story about the gardening staff fleeing Highgrove in droves because of alleged bullying and sort of volatile behavior, temper tantrums, saying awful things, and vast numbers leaving all at once. And now there's a theory that at least some of this behavior is down to medication or the progress of his illness, his cancer, I should say. And we have heard that he is using some forms of alternative medicine. He's always been a fan of such things. He was an early adopter of homeopathy way back in the day. Now there's a rumor that, and it's been around for quite a few months, that he's resorted to cannabis for pain relief, and that this might be at the root of his erratic behavior, that he's becoming paranoid and irrational and volatile and all of that. So we're going to have a quick look at this and just see what's going on, because there are some people speculating that if the cognitive function is becoming compromised, either because of the progress of the illness or because of whatever treatment he's on, whether it's regular allopathic medicine or whether it's alternative medicine, then there might be a handover of power sooner rather than later. I'm trying to be delicate. I know some people are deeply offended by these kinds of topics, don't like it at all. We're going to ask how the king is doing with the Apprentice Tarot, how he's doing physically, how he's doing mentally. We're going to ask if he's actually using weed for pain relief. Many people do. And if it or any of the medication he's on, all the illness is impairing his cognitive function at all, and are we heading in the direction of a handover of power sooner rather than later? Might explain some of the behavior over in Montecito, just saying. So a little 6-card reading and see what's going on with the king and this situation. I'm hearing this kind of chatter from various sources, and so I'm trying to pull all the threads together in this one little reading. I think I've got the energy I need and the cards, so let's see what's going on. And I need to remind you, it's tarot for fun and entertainment, or my opinion, or speculation. Just read energy, and disclaimer in the box below what's going on with the king and his behavior that caused so many gardeners to leave the garden, so to speak. See if the tarot can give us some insights. Do we need to be concerned, basically, at this point? And he is, of course, a head of state, and head of a state that's in some trouble. 9 of Swords, we have worry, we have stress, ruminating about problems, self-blame, insomnia, anxiety. It's a very difficult card, the 9 of Swords. It's a mental card, mind, and it's about those thoughts that wake you up and keep you tossing and turning at 3 in the morning and can't go back to sleep. It could be his own paranoia. That was the word that was used in the cannabis article. That was from the very unreliable source, Radar Online, but they've been punting this story for quite a few months now, so it's not the first time they've talked about it. There's paranoia, 9 of Swords, but it can also indicate that other people around are concerned about what's going on, or worry. Could be Camilla's energy, could be Prince William's, it could be staff, could be government, could be anyone's energy, even just the general public worried about this. As I say, the United Kingdom is in a very difficult phase at the moment, just from reading news headlines and seeing what's going on. That's just my opinion. Okay, that's the next card that's staring at me. So we have a little story there to the Ten of Swords, which is endings, basically, in a very difficult ending. So, okay, those cards need to be here. Situation we're dealing with. We're dealing with the Three of Wands, which is a waiting energy. It's quite a patient energy. It often gives me the idea of someone fishing and just cast the rod and then you wait, cast the line, sorry, and then you wait and you wait and you see what bites. And you have to be patient and you have to hope, you have to be optimistic, and you have to expect that something good is coming. Who's waiting? I think we all know who's waiting. And I think more than just him, more than just William waiting, we might have a whole country waiting. We might have a world waiting even, because not just the United Kingdom that's in trouble right now. So let's get to the king himself and see how he's doing physically and mentally. Physically first, how's he doing? We've got the Three of Swords and it's in reverse. It says healing, emotional recovery, apology and forgiveness, less intense sorrow. It's emotional healing, it's not physical healing. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, as you can see, is a very difficult card. A lot of pain. I'm sure that the news was devastating when he got the diagnosis. He'd just been crowned king. He was expecting a long reign, and given the family genes, and didn't expect this. And this was a blow, but this was a blow emotionally. It was a devastating blow, and of course news like he got is a devastating blow emotionally. But he's come through that first phase of shock and distress for that Three of Swords in reverse. That's how it's speaking to me, and he's made his peace with it. I'm asking how he's doing physically, and I'm getting a more of an emotional answer than a physical answer. I'm getting acceptance in that card. It says apology and forgiveness. I'm sure he's making his peace all around, and we see that with what's going on in Montecito as well. So let's ask the big question: how's he doing in terms of cognitive function, his mental self? How's his mental self doing? We got the Five of Pentacles. Poor health is the important thing that comes through here. The Five of Pentacles you usually read as a poverty and banishment card, but it also very significantly in tarot just generally is a card of ill health, just struggling and suffering. So it's if Pentacles are the physical body and Swords are the mind, so tarot has kind of flipped the questions and given me opposite, answered the questions in the other way around. But I'm asking how he's doing in his cognitive function, and it's giving me a card of illness and being out of sorts. The Five of Pentacles, you want to be inside. You want to be in that warm, comfortable place, that place where everything is safe and secure and ordered, and you know who you are and where you stand. And he's out in the cold, in the blizzard, and that tells me that there is something off about his cognitive function, and it is rather disturbing energy. It's a change card. The fives are all about change and chaos and conflict, and there it is. So not good energy, just generally, physically or mentally, in this particular reading. So let's move on to the weed question. And is there some of that going on, as Radar Online has been telling us for some time? And I've got the Nine of Pentacles, and I've got some very green leaves there. Enjoying the fruits of labor, self-sufficient, comfort, leisure, culture, cultivation, I'm getting in there. And the story has been for some time that he grows it himself for his own use, and he probably would. If he were to use it, we're speculating, we don't know for sure. But the Nine of Pentacles is giving me quite a strong energy of some cultivation going on, of the old international herb, and it's possible. Let me say it like that. It is possible, there's a distinct possibility for me as an energy reader with that Nine of Pentacles, that this is something that he's doing. Independence, the Nine of Pentacles, all about independence. So this wouldn't be something that maybe was being prescribed or advocated, advised, what's the word? This is something he would choose to do of his own initiative, his own accord, and try it out. Why not? Basically, is it having some rather negative effects in terms of paranoia, erratic behavior, anything like that? That is a cause of concern. And I see, got the Nine of Wands. That is being being self-protective. The Nine of Wands is the barricade card. I'm distracted by something, but I'll get to what I'm distracted by in a second. Some of you are probably distracted by the same thing. The Nine of Wands is you've got your guard up. You've got your barrier around you. You are very protected. You are quite defensive. And so I think there are people around him that are gatekeeping for him when he is possibly acting rather strangely. Head injury, the bandage around the head in the Nine of Wands always indicates that there might be some kind of mental issue, disorder or illness, and it's showing here. I'm asking, is his mental capacity being compromised in some way? And I'm getting the Nine of Wands, and that's a yes, unfortunately. And it tells me that he might be aware of it. He might be quite defensive about it. He might be quite defiant even about what he's doing and saying, well, I'm okay, and leave me alone, let me carry on doing what I want to do. Nines are penultimate energy. We've got 2 in this reading. We're not quite at the 10 yet. We've got a 10 over here that needed to come out. In fact, we got 3 nines. So unfortunately, this is tending towards a very particular conclusion. I'm not going to articulate it. I got an extra card here. I'm asking over here, the 6th card, which is why I got a bit distracted. Something made me put out an extra card today. Very seldom happens. My own mental capacity might be compromised, and no, it's not from using weed. The first question is, are we heading towards a handover of power? Are we hurtling in that direction? Basically, some people are saying by the end of the year. I've got 8 of Pentacles. There's a King in Waiting, 3 of Wands. The King in Waiting is still busy learning his craft, honing his skills, mastering them as best he can. Lots of family holidays this year, which has caused some grievance in the British press, and we're now having the story. It was bad enough that they might be eyeing a move to Fort Belvedere, but now what are they doing on some sheikh's yacht or someone else's yacht in the Med, having their 3rd holiday of the year? And how dare they? But how dare they if this is going on? All of this, which is difficult energy, then of course they are. But the 8 of Pentacles, this is a King in Waiting who's busy working, and he's still got some things to master before they hand over the reins. So how's he doing? The extra card that just decided to show up by itself. My little moment of madness. How's he doing? There it is. 3 of Cups. He's enjoying himself while he can. And supportive alliance, friendship, community, strength and unity, social gatherings, celebrations. They're enjoying themselves. And why not? I give them all kinds of forgiveness for enjoying themselves at this particular juncture in their lives. George about to go off to big school. Catherine recovering from illness. All the troubles in Montecito, all the troubles at Highgrove and Clarence House. Why not go sailing? Why not hang out with your friends and just enjoy yourself. So that card, for some reason, needed to slide into this reading and give a bit of a positive vibe to what was otherwise quite a negative and difficult reading. That's quite interesting. All that foliage in the background of that Nine of Pentacles. Radar online might actually be onto something, just for a change. That's the reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.